I think the most important thing going on right now, sir, is just this recruiting trail.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, we missed our show last week, but we're back. We're back with the people.
Back.
So we just gotta go through the commitments since our last show on June 10th.
Kamari Brooks.
Yeah, we'll get to him. He's way down this list. We got Zyke Helton, the interior offensive lineman on 6'11". Wade Register, the punter on 6'11". I'm gonna butcher this name. Haran Zurakat, the kicker commit we got on 6'12".
Oh yeah, that's right. They got a kicker.
Caden Harris, the Vanderbilt top 100 corner that flipped on the 14th. I think probably you might have a different opinion. I think the biggest commit that we've gotten over this last few days or this last week or so is Akine Egboko on the 18th to just get a big time offensive lineman like that. Cause and I'll let you speak to if you have anything to say, but I feel like that's what Georgia's kind of been missing the last couple years is some of those like just high end offensive linemen. Like that's what Georgia was built on under Kirby Smart with Sam Pittman, the Andrew Thomases, the Isaiah Wilsons, Marius Mims, Broderick Jones, those just freak athletes at the tackle positions. And he's not a 5-star. He's kind of in that almost 4.5 star kind of range.
Yeah, I mean he's
like the top 40, top 50 player. They're right up there. And so I feel like Georgia's got to get back to getting the big time offense. Like missed out on a guy like Jackson Cantwell. Like it all starts in the trenches, man. You got to get big time offensive linemen.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you really can't have anything if you don't have an offensive line. I mean, like you can overcome it a little bit, but I mean, especially in the SEC, if you can't block guys and you can't run the ball, you can't throw the ball, you're kind of dead. So it's always good. I mean, Georgia's always been pretty good about prioritizing offensive line recruits. This is a good consolation prize. I'm not going to call a 4-star recruit a consolation prize. Let me stop myself. Yeah. That's disgusting. But for a team that missed out on Jackson Cantwell, this is pretty good.
Without a doubt. For missing out on the number 1 offensive tackle in the country.
Got another top 40 guy at the position. I mean, he's the number 3 tackle. So
yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah.
And then Shadarius Tootle, the Auburn commit, flipped on the 22nd. And then your boy, who you want to talk about from North Oconee.
Yeah.
The pass rusher. I feel like if there is a 4-star, like top 100, top 200 player that's that close to the city of Athens, like we got to snag that guy. And we did. We got Kamari Brooks on the 23rd.
Yeah. I've been a fan of Kamari Brooks for a while. My experience working for the Red and Black and when I was a student at Georgia, we had kids who would like go cover North Oconee football sometimes or North Oconee basketball. So I've been hearing about him for a while, even beyond his whether or not he's going to go to Georgia. I've just been hearing this is a local kid who's insane and you need to hear about him. He was like their best basketball player. He was their best receiving option he was an elite tight end for them. But this kid is an insane athlete. He's going to come to Georgia and play the edge. He converts speed into power insanely quickly. I mean, he has a basketball player build, but he's incredibly strong. I think this guy is kind of a freak, and I've been hoping he would end up at Georgia for a while. It was kind of scaring me that he was taking so long to commit there when he's from their backyard, but I was super stoked about this. This is one of my guys. I think he has the chance to be a really impactful edge guy for Georgia. He just, I know everyone who commits to Georgia is a different type of athlete, but I really feel like his resume kind of speaks for itself as just he's a freak. And North Oconee was ridiculous every year he was there.
Yeah, and that kind of frame you're talking about, like 6'4", 220, like he's going to probably be 240, 250 by the time he sees the field at Georgia. I love those kind of athletes that, that they'll put weight on.
Yeah.
And I love seeing a basketball player too. Like as soon as like Ja Jackson, like once he committed, like the first thing he did was watch his basketball. Obviously there was no football tape, right? Watch his basketball tape and I was like, this dude, what is he, 6'10", 3-something, 330, and he's athletic. That dude could move.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him too.
Yeah, man. I was very, very glad to get the news that Kamari Brooks committed to Georgia.
Yeah, that's a big one for sure. And like we were talking about Georgia's pass rush, like that's a position of need for sure. Also, a guy we left out, speaking of a single digit number upgrade, Gabe Harris, number 0 this year. Who knows what he could be? Number 0, I like it.
That's another guy who it's like, dude, like you have to be a plus starter for this defense to function. Yeah. Gabe Harris cannot be a guy that's like, falling out of the rotation by week 3. If that happens, there's going to be something very wrong. I have no idea how good Gabe Harris actually is. I don't think any of us really do.
I think Gabe Harris got a bad influence of Jarvis Jones with number 29. Jarvis Jones, you're great, but 29 is it's like the worst number I can think of for a great player.
It's kind of crazy.
Jarvis Jones steered him down the wrong path.
It's kind of crazy how he was that good, how he steered him down the wrong path. Yeah, it's insane how Jarvis Jones was that good wearing such an awful number.
He really was. And a guy that they thought was medically ineligible, after his time at USC, and then was honestly like the best pass rusher I think I've seen in my time as a Georgia fan. Like he just took over some games at times for